Jokers Gaming is proud to present some MLB The Show 24 with more Blue Jays baseball. On this episode, we, the Blue Jays, will try to get win number 100 for the season. To do that, we have to beat the Cincinnati Reds in Toronto at the Rogers Center. Today's starters, brought to you by the History Guy. If you want learn 10 to 15 minutes of history, check out the History Guy on the YouTube channel. For the Cincinnati Reds, it will be Graham Ashcraft, who has a 1-1 record and an ERA of 3.94. Why, for the Blue Jays, to try to get that 100th win, to help them do it, will be Justin Verlander, who has a 9-5 record and an ERA of 4.97. This is going to be a 3-game set. This is the first game in this episode, where in the next episode will be second game, and so on and so on. You get the picture. Hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the like button and subscribe, like I said. So the Jays are going to wear their white uniforms at Rogers Center. It's an open roof today with clear skies. See. Fortunately, Bryce will end up playing first today. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have him play DH. And have Brendan Belt be the first baseman. So that's the only change I am making. So here is today's lineup. The stats for today's pitchers overall, and the team rankings. John and Chris will provide most of the commentary, where yours truly, the one true Joker, will add his 2 bits here and there. And for that, boys, take it away.
Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Cincinnati Reds and the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Tell us more about today's pitcher. First, from the Blue Jays. Hey, Chris.
Just about set to go. And on the mound today, Justin Verlander. And as usual with him singing, I think we can expect plenty of strikeouts.
Yeah, but he's racked up over 3,000 strikeouts in his career, so expect to see more of the same in this one.
He's getting close to 120 strikeouts.
And now the Reds, Jake Fraley. When the season is over, he'll set a new career high for runs scored.
Well, that's good for Jake.
Pitch. Swing and a miss as he was late. Breaking ball for the first strike. Left field. Varsho moving under it. One down.
Varsho makes an easy grab there.
Here's the lineup for the Reds. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Ellie De La Cruz.
And he's leading them in runs batted in this season, which tells me This guy is able to slow things down when it seems like there's a little bit of pressure, and he's looking at it as an opportunity to do damage. You know, a lot of guys, they see runners on base and they get big. They feel like all this pressure, I've got to get these runs in, but somehow he seems to settle into these situations. So watch out when he comes to the plate.
Jonathan India stands in now and watches strike one.
As you saw on the screen, Jonathan India was 2 for 4 in his last game for who they faced.
One down, base is empty. Right side, and that is Springer. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
No easy grab by the outfield there, boys. Who's up next?
So now here's the DH, Spencer Steer. Verlander, over 200 career wins, a former first-round pick back in 2004.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you kind of think, is he trying to set me up for later this at-bat?
This one smoked out to left. Varsho makes the grab, and that's the inning.
Right at him. So there's
Down in order. And now the Blue Jays
first
with
half.
their initial shot. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
Joe and Chris talk about the Cincinnati Reds pitchers today.
And we're back. And on the hill, Graham Ashcraft. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel different between the bullpen mound and the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Freedom settles under and makes the catch. And there's 1 away. Take a look at the lineup. Needless to say, this is an aggressive lineup. They've drawn fewer walks than any other team in the league.
I didn't walk very much, but I'll tell you what, it drives me a little crazy to see it. I mean, we're in this modern era of baseball, and we know how important walks are. Get runners on base, they end up leading to runs. But this whole lineup just seems to be made up of players who come to the dish, they don't have a plan, they come unglued right away. You've got to make that pitcher work a little bit more. It's not like you're going to get this thing.
Whoo! Bryce went yard.
His 32nd of the year, and the Blue Jays have the lead now. It's 1-0.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run.
George Springer was the previous batter that got out before the homer hit.
They're looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it. Circled the bases.
429 feet is how far that one went, boys.
Base is empty, 1 away. And now the shortstop, Bo Bichette. Homered in the ballgame yesterday afternoon. Ground ball left side. Candelario on the first. And Bichette is retired.
He is the second out of the inning. Nice recovery after the homer.
Brandon Bell next up for the Blue Jays.
Speaking of home runs, here's the home run leader of all the Major League Ball.
That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it.
Swung early there.
Scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show.
And that was definitely a beauty by Bryce Harper to give the Jays that 1-0 lead, boys. Here's the second inning up next.
Back here in Rogers Center, top of the second. The batter will be the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. And a pitch. One's in there. 1-1.
The Reds signed Ellie in 2018, but it's a a few years for him to stand out in their minor league system. In 2021, he went from an unranked prospect to a player on a fast track to the majors. Few scouts have been able to change his entire career.
So digging in, TJ Freeman. He's been on fire in the dish lately.
Batting over 300 so far this month. You know, the Reds were lucky they even noticed Daily Cruz. They sent a scout to the Dominican Republic to watch him play.
Oh, I think we are. Oh!
Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
Whoo! Just missed that one.
Like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game. All he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Oh, he almost tied it with one swing of the bat, but he just missed it. He can get his 14th double.
Tyler Stevenson.
Really strong hitting performance recently, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Swinging a foul straight back. And at second. This one chopped to the ground, but foul.
Well, I'm pretty sure if he gets on base, that will tie this game.
Now batting Chamber Candelario. Swings through that one for strike one. 0-1 the count. Inning number 2. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Reds nothing.
Verlander gets out of that jam with 2 back-to-back strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the second next.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Jose Ramirez.
Small back hit. Over 30 home runs. He's still not done yet. That is extremely impressive.
Pitch. And a base hit. And a board on the leadoff single.
Is happy about that one.
Next for Toronto, Joel Varsho. This has been a career year for him when it comes to driving in runs.
Jay's mascot Ace trying to get the crowd into it for Varsho. Lays off on the first one. Ramirez takes the lead. That's hit. Oh!
The hammer's gone out to right. His 3-8 of the year. They had a couple more. It's 3-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter.
I didn't think it was going, but I guess I misjudged that one. Because that one leaves the park, giving the Jays a 3-0 lead. I guess Ace did his job as mascot getting that one.
The second baseman.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with the knock in this one.
Line drive to short and come on.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Snyder disappointed.
Talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list.
Probably one of the best center fielders I've ever seen. Hey, boys.
Now fly ball to right center. Makes the grab on the run. Out number 2. Batting done.
That's back-to-back outs for Cincy.
2 outs, bases empty. Austin Wells now at the plate. In the air out towards right center. On the move to the alley. Snags it on the run.
3 straight.
That is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now 3-0.
See if we go to the top of the third, if Cincy can answer back. They were close last inning.
And now the right fielder, Connor Cable.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Marshall racing over to make the catch. Batting done. The first baseman, Mike Ford at the plate.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
Swings and fouls one off.
Souvenir for fans.
The Blue Jays leading by 3 here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Bell pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Ooh, he almost didn't catch that.
So back to the top of the Reds lineup. Jake Fraley, the next to hit for the Reds. Immediately pumps it a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Tough spot right here. Quick inning, 2 quick outs. You got to be patient, but you also have to be somewhat aggressive to not miss your pitch early in the count.
No, they're being aggressive, all right.
A foul ball, he stays alive. Two outs. On a line, base hit. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Just a really nice job running on that bench and smoking it down the line. There's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Madge is just
He's over.
back to Indy.
Just missed.
Well, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
And that one a little below the knees. Now 2-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Inside, just missed. And the 3-1. And he walked it.
Not often I do that.
In the bigs, if he gave you another once, that's a good play.
I think that if they gave the pitcher a whole scouting report on me, yes, I think I would go. Steer at it for the second time, and that's strike 1. This one in the air, under it.
Snyder is there.
To the glove, and that is that. Reds strand a couple. They trail it here, 3-0.
Reds hoping to knock down the Jays just like the Jays did to prevent any more runs.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and it'll be George Springer to step to the plate.
Back to the top of the order here in the bottom of the third inning. Jays up 3-0.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play.
Well, these Jays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings.
Springer had to swing no matter what, or it would have been a strike three.
Bryce Harper to the plate. He's already homered in this game.
Yes, he did, and a beauty it was at that there, John.
First offering is fouled off.
As you know, Bryce Harper is playing first for probably the rest of this season with Vlad Guerrero Jr. out with injury, broken chin and all.
Bases empty. On the ground, right side. Steps on first for the out.
Whoo! First baseman was in the right spot for that one. Well, that would have been a sheer double.
To the dish. Grounded out his first time.
You know, there's a man that's definitely missing his buddy Vlad Guerrero Jr. in one Bo Bichette.
In the air, out towards left center. That is the inning.
Well, since he does their job. And so at the end of three, the score still remains 3-0 for the Blue Jays over the Reds right now. We go to the fourth.
All set for the start of the inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Ellie De La Cruz. Verlander back to work.
You can feel the extra attention on Ellie anytime he comes to the plate. This guy's a player that keeps you on the edge of your seat because you don't know what he's going to do next. He can hit for power, steals bases, he can throw the ball 100 miles per hour across the infield. He's electric.
The wind of the pitch. Outside low. Ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spin on it.
Ooh!
And one gone in the fourth as they get the lead off.
Got him to chase.
No chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through in the barrel to it. Not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spin on it.
One down, base is empty. Now this is in the air down the line. And George makes the grab. That's out number 2.
Cincy not doing anything yet.
Here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stevenson. Struck out swinging his first time. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. 2 outs, base is empty. And strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Got to get in the swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. They trail in this one 3-0. And we're back. Bottom of the fourth. Now the first baseman, Brandon Bell. The right-hander back to work. Bell, multi-time All-Star. 35 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2009.
I bet you Brandon Belt wasn't expecting to be the home run leader this far in his career.
Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a miss. And it's a 1-2.
Ooh, got me the bite. Bit again. Well, luckily I fouled that.
The pitch. That's a base hit. Leadoff man aboard.
He was all absolutely showing off the bat on that swing. Kind of made my eyes light up there. Dad Armageddon doesn't disappoint in the slightest. 116 miles per hour exit velocity. Tell you what, that will do the job.
Kickoff move first, and he's back in on a dive. And the batter now, Jose Ramirez. And that's in there for strike one.
Was going to swing, but it was strike regardless.
Bell gets his lead at first, nobody out.
Takes this extra step, Bell does.
Line drive, come on. Applies the tag, and they get two. Double play.
Oh, lucky. Unlucky, though, for me.
He's already homered here in this one. Now he runs a corner, strike one. Two down, nobody on. That one's in there. 0-2.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Well, he's definitely pitched outside the zone. Very close to each other.
In the air, right field.
Ooh, he got me the bite. Oh, bad pitch.
There. He's got it. That is that. One hit in the inning, but no one left. We played four. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Reds nothing. Ready now for the fifth inning. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati. Chamber Candelario. Splits the plate.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
Bases empty. Line 4, the next to hit.
Last man in the order.
Swing and a base hit.
Keeps the inning alive.
Two out now keeps the inning alive.
Oh, that started and
That's what I just said, Joe.
messing around right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Freeland in the box again. Takes a strike. The Jays leading by 3 for the top of the fifth. Foul ball. Two outs. Right back to him on the mound. Gathers and throws to first. That is the third out of the inning. So they've been held scoreless through 5. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Reds nothing. Back here, Rogers center. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now for the Jays, number 36.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
And the pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing out there most of the time.
Breaks his bat, pops it up. 4 puts it away for the out. 1 away.
Unlucky break.
Now back. The center fielder. Here's Kevin Kiermaier. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And a foul ball.
It's a good take.
One down, base is empty. And now 2-2. On the ground, Candelario whips it across. Oh, man, for the fifth inning, moving along, 2 quick outs.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Down here is Austin Wells.
Fortunately, swung out. Would have been ball 3.
On the ground at first.
Again.
He handles it himself. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays, but they're on top by a count of 3-0.
We go to the 6th. Score remains 3-0 for the Blue Jays over the Reds.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Jonathan India. Foul ball there. Kicks and fires. Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Beat him inside on that last pitch and knocked out the pitch sequence and then strike out. It's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there. That makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
Spencer Steer, the next to him for the Reds. Steer hitting better against right-handers this year, so some reverse splits there. And that was cut on a miss. Down is 0-2.
He's controlling things out there on the mound. Not messing around at all. He's been attacking since the very start.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs to start.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Dylan Cruz in the box here, lets that one go for a ball.
Really close pitch down around the knees there. You could see him asking where he missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Can't get them all, I guess.
The Blue Jays leading by 3 for the top half of the 6th. Shortstop takes the ball.
Again! Come on! Don't think he's stealing.
The Reds trailing by 3 here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Gets a piece and it stays 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's out number 3. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Reds nothing.
That'd be Verlander's 8th strikeout of today's game.
Bottom of the 6th. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer.
Springer always grades well with his bat. He's been incredibly consistent at the plate in his career.
Yeah, unfortunately he's 0-2 right now today.
And it is. Live ball. This is Connections. And it is.
So close. Oh.
Took the extra bases. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his back back to the ball, and run it out front, and he stayed behind his follow. That's how you split the gap, man. That's pretty much a double every time.
Yep, his 27th double.
You're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Graham Ashcraft won't go any further. And as he heads off, he'll step aside for a bit. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Overall, after giving up a couple of homers, he's pitched a really good game.
Sam Bolt on a pitch out of the pen here.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
I don't know if it's that classic when that man that's up is Bryce Harper, and he loves left-handed pitches. There, boys.
Here's Bryce Harper. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, but he didn't waste any time in this one with the solo shot. He got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
That could be Bryce again.
And that one hit to first. Ford steps on the bag. One away, bottom of the sixth.
Bryce does advance the runner, though, so he is 90 feet away to be the fourth run against the starting pitcher.
Siggy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about it. I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
Oh, they don't want to risk it. Don't go for, try to set for double play, I see.
One play, runners at first and third.
I don't know.
Getting ready to hit 1 for 2.
I know he's a lefty, but he's strong. That's what I was talking about. What a mistake by Cincy.
Monster shot to right. His 61st home run of the season. And they add to the lead. It's 6-0.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away.
And now this one is getting carried away here in the sixth with a 6-0 score. Now for the lead for the Blue Jays here, I should say. Brandon Belt hits a no-doubter, 388 for the season, for the feet, I should say.
And next for Toronto, Jose Ramirez. That one ripped.
Oh, do we have back-to-back? We do!
They go back-to-back. Home run number 35 of the year. And they add on. It's 7-0. That's his third straight game with a homer, Siggy.
This dude is on fire. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team who does it. Those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Emilio Pagan.
and one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball on the mark. Not an easy guy to take deep.
This is the third pitcher this inning.
Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. And first offering is fouled off.
Ooh, that was straight. That was gone. He almost got his second there, boys.
One down, base is empty.
Oh, second thought, he didn't.
Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 8-0.
He's swinging a red hot
That's 49. One away from 50. And the Jays now have increased their lead to 8.
Back-to-back runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. Pitcher might want to check and see if he's taking his pitches or not. I tell you what, this was basketball, and the opposing team would call a timeout and try to slow down this offense.
Here's the second baseman.
Davis Snyder.
And there's a foul ball.
Swung away there.
The Jays up big in this one. Here in the bottom of the sixth. Next one in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Activity in the bullpen for the Reds. Lucas Sims loosening up for manager David Bell. 0-2 now. Wouldn't chase that time.
Chase the one. Shame on me. Nice pitch.
And he's down on strikes. 2 out.
That's about as nasty of a splinter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. And that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put the wood on.
Swinging a foul straight back.
Oh, nope. Never mind. Look at a couple of the highlights for home runs by the Blue Jays, where they have an impressive 8-0 lead over the Reds after 6 innings. Bryce? Where's... Oh, no, not Bryce. Never mind.
And we're back. Top of inning number 7. In now for the Reds, Tyler Stevens.
Oh, well. Doesn't matter.
Here's a hard base hit. So we're aboard to start the inning.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
So up next, Jamer Candelario. And that's a strike.
When a leadoff man gets on, you want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
That one foul ball.
Verlander gonna go over 71 pitches
This isn't a pitcher
here.
that softens up when he starts to show signs of fatigue. His stuff stays sharp. Makes these at-bats more difficult than they normally would be against other pitchers at this stage of the game.
Connor Cable, the next to hit for the Reds. Swings and fouls one off.
So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync with the pitcher. They're guessing wrong and their timing's off.
0-1 now.
I'll say that. Verlander's got 9 strikeouts. Looking for strikeout number 10.
Off left side.
1-2 count. Could see it here.
The 1-2.
And there it is. Strikeout number 10.
Interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up a leadoff single back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to put that runner up, get him in scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Out to center. On the move. He's got it. And that'll end the inning. So 1 left for Cincinnati. And they're on the short end of an 8-0 score.
And the Jays go into the 7th inning stretch with 8. Enjoying this day. Just like the crowd.
Back to work. In the air right side. As this one sized up. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch, man. He's going to want that one back. No doubt.
And the batter is George Springer. 1 for 3.
George hit a huge double last time.
years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2013.
In a way, I wouldn't have blamed Cincy for hitting us.
And a pitch. That's hard hit on the line.
Uh-oh.
Makes the turn and hits for second. Not stopping, he's going for three. The relay in there safely.
2 hits for him in this one. Both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Pretty good spot. Hard and inside. But that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
And with that misjudge, misdive, that swing is third. Homer. And just like Verlander, the Jays have 10.
He's done it again. His second home of the game. It's 10-0.
Couple high fives to enjoy that second home run.
Like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Really good job there by the hitter. Getting the top end working. How's that fastball out?
Pitcher for the Reds, Lucas Sims.
And we all know about a slider. It's just a filthy man. One of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high and it just breaks a ton.
Base is empty, one away. Bobachek gets a chance to hit. Pulls out one foul.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Joey Blackerhill. Guess he's watching.
You know what? Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, the slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just going to have to tip your cap on that hit.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Bo's one of the few without a hit today.
Defensive hitters can be calm when they're up against a 2-2 count. Usually look for mistakes somewhere near the zone. You can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging with the ball like a hand.
Bell, one at the plate, and takes high there. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. You're the bottom of the 7th.
That would have been the third J today with 2 home runs.
2 outs. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Freedom in position. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. The Jays get a pair on this home. It's now 10-6. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball on the show, Canada.
There's the second homer for Bryce Harper today, other than Daniel Varsho is the only other.
Back here in Rogers Center, at the top of the 8th, now the left fielder, Jake Fraley. And here he comes. Fastball for a strike. Verlander into his 8th inning of work singing. He's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ballgame. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. If they didn't do that today, we'll see what happens as this finishes.
Out to short, Bichette. Zips it to first.
He's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense override it with another ground ball. Good execution.
pitch count in great shape. It seems you might have a chance to finish it. Two outs, bases empty. Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Started a little too early. Strike one. Two down, nobody on. We're at the top of the 8th. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Ground ball up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. Not in time. He's safe.
Tough play up the middle, and everything needed to be right there. Feel that, get a strong throw off to first base, and I think the speed going up the line had something to do with it as well.
If I challenged that, I would have lost that.
Pretty amazing, his first pitch strike percentage over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter,
Well, hold that thought as that's the third out, and we'll end the inning. Totally dominant on the mound as he's through 8 without surrendering a run. It's the Blue Jays 10, and the Reds nothing.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna try.
And welcome back to the yard. On the bottom of the 8th, now replay Jose Ramirez. Pitch. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Cable makes the catch, and a quick out number 1. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays.
Have Matt Bonds warm up just in case. Could we see home run number 3 today? Maybe.
Bases empty. Strike 2.
I think I'm going to steal just to kind of help.
Now it's the second baseman. Runner on the move. Reaching for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Righty delivers. Swing and a miss, and then strike 2.
no, that's that start right there. He threw it extremely well. Just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Sims checks the run. Varsho back on a dive.
I was only taking a lead, but if you really think I'm going to go, all right.
Runner goes again. Hit in the air, left field. Makes the
Oh well.
throws to second. Throw behind the runner. They've got him tumbled off.
That's fine. I just wanted to end the game anyways.
He's heading back out for the night as he'll go for the shutout when we get back.
Stephenson,
We go to the ninth.
risking hitters.
TJ Freeman.
Next batter up the line on deck. Stephenson gonna try to
He pumps it a strike.
get the complete, to keep that hitting streak alive.
Ripped to short. Rolls across the diamond.
I'm surprised they don't challenge.
Tyler Stevens.
Oh, he has hit. Okay. I didn't think Tyler did.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Kiermaier moving under it. Squeezes it. Steals again.
One more, boys, and then that'll be game. And it's probably a good thing for Cincy. Look, he hit somebody.
Verlander is just one strike away. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
I think it'll be Verlander's 12th strikeout, or at least 11. Just over 90 pitches for Verlander to get the crazy game shutout. As we look through the highlights of Home Run City District, as you can tell, a lot of home runs today. A couple by Bryce Harper and a couple by that man, Dalton Varsho. Brandon Belt got one today himself. So did Ramirez. But there's the man of the hour who goes the distance to get his 10th win of the season, completing all 9 innings. He only allowed 5 hits, 11 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Justin Verlander has a record of 10-5 now. By Graham Oshcraft only pitched 5 innings. He allowed 5 big hits, and 4 runs were against him out of 10. Notable players today. First from Cincy, we got Spencer Steele going on 1-4 with a strikeout. Mike Ford, he goes 1-4. TJ Freeland goes 1-4 with a double today. Jack Flaherty goes 1-4 also with a double. And on a side note, Tyler Stephenson extends his hitting streak to 6. Now for the Blue Jays, you got George Springer, who goes 2-for-4. His 2 hits was a double and a triple. He came in both times when he was on base. Brandon Belt goes 2-4. He got 3 RBIs, gets a run, and gets his 61st home run of the year. Bryce Harper, well, what can you say? 2-for-4, 3 RBIs, 2 runs, and he gets 2 home runs. The player of the game would have been this man, Dalton Varsho. Varsho had 3-for-4, 3 RBIs, 2 runs, 2 home runs, just like Bryce Harper. But instead, the hat goes to Justin Verlander, being today's player of the game, as the Jays win the first game of the series over the Reds 10-0. Reds will look back to see on their tapes their mistakes and hopefully not doomed to repeat it in the second game between the Blue Jays and Cincy next time on the show. Until then, this is the One True Joker thanking Joe and Chris for calling most of the distraction between these two clubs. Until then, we say adieu and see you next time on the show. With that, we are now officially signing off.